It's real simple. There are certain ways that you make money. You have to look at the minutiae, the small parts, the small things. Make your money and save your money. Don't save a lot of money. Save small portions of money. Here's why. If you save small portions of money, you won't spend it later. If you save large portions of money, you'll spend it every single time. Start with small portions. Save $5 here, $20 here. When you can save 1,000, save 20 instead. But do it regularly. Keep those small amounts of money to yourself like your life depends on it. Don't go into those small amounts of money. Don't go into your savings. Don't save large amounts of money at one time. Save small amounts. The large amounts of money will take too much money, and you will have to go into your money, and you will kill your consistency. You don't want to kill your consistency. Live scared and broke. To not be scared and broke. Build up a fear of giving your money away. If you do not completely understand why you're giving your money away, don't do it. This will protect you from scams. Keep your money to yourself and be selfish with your money. Only spend your money on things that add to you. Like programs like these that give you insight into life. The insight adds to you and causes you to have less problems in life because you have answers to difficult questions. Spending money on things that add to you, like food, that's what you spend your money on. When people want you to spend money on them and you don't even understand why or what, look at them like they're crazy. People who act as if money is cheap, as if money isn't a lot. Money is not cheap. You have to understand every dollar counts. Every penny counts. 5 cents is big money. Say this to yourself. 1 penny is big money. Period. Anybody who pretends like a certain portion of money isn't a lot is a loser, and they are a scam artist. Your money is a big deal. You spend money to get more money. Okay? And you don't do that the wrong way either. You spend money called invested only. When you're spending money, you're only spending it to invest it in yourself, not in others. Live scared and broke for good reason, so you don't have to live scared and broke for real. Invest in yourself. Make sure your money is going to yourself. You're getting something out of it. You're getting something that adds to you. When you buy food, food becomes a part of you. It also gives you energy so that you can do your work and live your life. That's why you buy food. You're investing in yourself. Informational food does the same thing. This is informational food. I am giving you information that feeds you, that makes you stronger, that makes your life better, that makes you more intelligent, if you could be, but smarter, yes. You are becoming smarter. You are becoming smarter because of this information. You are investing in yourself. This information will add to you for the rest of your life. Once you have $600, don't put $600 in your savings. Put $50 in your savings. Keep the rest of the money, $550. Keep that to yourself and be smart with it. And say, I'm going to invest this in myself, or just hold it. But I'm not going to save it because it's too much money. I'm going to go back and use some of it if I save it, so I've saved only $50. The $50 I'll keep, and I won't go back and spend that. That's to be saved. What I will do with the rest of this money is invest it to make myself wealthier. I will invest it in food, and I will invest it in information. I will invest it in wisdom. I will invest my money in something that will give me returns. Period. I will not allow myself to spend money on other people and their agendas. If someone has an agenda and wants to pull your money into it, look at them like they're crazy. You will not allow someone else to pull your money or ask you for money without them explaining to you exactly what you're getting out of it. Period. There are secrets to wealth. One secret that doesn't exist has to do with attracting wealth through your thoughts. It doesn't work. Attracting wealth with your thoughts does not work. What does work is changing your thoughts and changing your behavior. It's not that you're attracting wealth into your life. You are making better decisions that cause you to get wealthy and to stay wealthy. The power of the mind is real. However, you have to not fall for certain pitfalls. Do not be fooled. You cannot attract wealth. What you will attract without even trying are problems. Predators. That's right, problems. Predators. Predators. The attempt to get wealthy will attract power, not, but people who will come and take your wealth from you every time. Attempting to attract wealth with your mind, with your thoughts, will only attract people who will detract from your wealth, who will take away from your wealth. You have to use your mind as a tool to gain wealth actively through your mental faculties. Use your mind in such a way as to gain wealth on purpose and automatically while being as thoughtful as possible. You cannot gain wealth through mind attraction, through attracting some kind of wavelength with your mind, attracting some kind of wavelength of wealth with your mind. That doesn't actually work. It's a trick. It's something people believe in. It's something that's wide, mainstream. It's in the media. And if it's in the media, it's likely not true. No one's going to share the secret with a mass amount of people. Secrets are kept secret. The reason I can come out and give good information is because There are a lot of different variables, a lot of different reasons why, but I will never be that well known. There will not be billions of people, mainstream, gaining information from me. I am not in the mainstream. I am not mainstream. Therefore, my information will only be learned by the few. So I am in a situation where I can give information out that will help you, mainly for fees, for money, without worrying about it going mainstream. Also, I am keeping a lot of secrets to myself. If you hear the way that I talk, I'm editing myself. I can only help you on a surface level, which is very deep, deeper than you're going to hear anyplace else. The stuff that I say is very simple, but it works magically. It will gain you the wealth you desire. You have to change your habits. First of all, realize that you're already wealthy and keep the money that you have. Then boost your income and keep boosting it. Every little bit counts. This is the trick. Listen, this is a secret. When you find out you can boost your income only a little bit, you take it and you boost your income with that. It grows. Those little boosts count. They multiply. And before you know it, you have many streams of income. You have larger amounts of income. Don't throw away little ways to make money. If you're going to make money consistently, you take those small ways and you use them to make your money. This will help you become wealthy. The things that I'm saying are simple. You don't want them to be too complex. You want them to be easy to understand. You're understanding me? I'm keeping it simple. The power of the mind can be underestimated by yourself. You yourself can underestimate the power of your mind, because a lot of things can happen in life to make you feel bad, to make you feel small, to make you feel victimized. Don't stop. Things get worse, as people have said. Things do get worse before they get better sometimes. There are reasons for this in physics. You have to learn certain lessons. You have to do certain things. When you lift weights, in the beginning you struggle. You struggle hard. You have to push through tension. And that's exactly what you have to do in order to get your finances in order. You have to push through tension. You have to push through poor barriers. Barriers that keep you in the poor world. You don't want to be poor. You want to be wealthy. You want to be abundant. The power of your mind is so powerful that you can change your life completely if you focus. You have to dig deep and focus. Once you start to focus, you'll start to see solutions, but you won't necessarily believe those solutions. You have to connect with those solutions. Those solutions you have to connect with. Your mind gives you ideas, some which seem far-fetched. Some of these ideas seem far-fetched, but they're good ideas. You have to connect to those ideas and understand them mentally, that they are good ideas. That way, you will take action. As you take action, you will become successful and you will gain more wealth. The problem here is that when your mind is generating ideas, you have self-talk telling you that those are bad ideas or that they're decent ideas, but they're not going to get you what you want. If they get you anything at all, they're getting you what you want. This is a secret. If your ideas are getting you any return at all, you are getting what you want completely. That will grow. Start with that. See, people don't do that. Right, exactly. A light is going off in your mind. If you get any return at all, that will do. Period. Won't it? You're shaking your head yes. These are secrets. It builds like a mountain. It builds like a mountain. It builds like an avalanche. From molehill to mountain. From small avalanche to huge avalanche. You have to take whatever returns you get and build from there. This will get you what you want. The small returns will turn to big returns. They will give you the power you need to gain more returns. You get every bit, you take every bit you can, and you get more and more and more, and it never stops. Before you know it, you're wealthy. Keep that money. Only spend money to invest in yourself. That's why you have no problem buying food, because it's an investment in yourself. That food becomes a part of you, and it gives you energy. If you have a job at all, you have already won the game. You have a source of income. Can you save a penny? Can you save $5? Start that savings. Save $5. If you're working at McDonald's, just save $5. It's easier to save small amounts of money than large amounts of money, because you will spend the large amounts of money. You will make it. You can make it. You will make it. As long as you understand these principles. Start off small. Live scared and broke. Live broke and scared. Live broke and scared to not live broke and scared for real. When you spend money, you say to yourself, I'm spending this money to invest in myself. That's why I'm buying this food. That's why I'm buying these clothes. In your case, listen guys, in your case, that's why you're buying these programs. Because these programs are telling you something. They're food, they're informational food. They're feeding you. They're giving you power for the future. You're going to need to know this stuff in life. You're going to need to know it. It's stuff that you would not know, and so you would have problems there. But because you know this stuff, you're going to have less problems. You need to know this stuff, just like you need to know food. Right? Exactly. Your body needs to know food. It eats food. It consumes food. Food's good for your body. Your body knows food. And you know this food. This information, you need to know it. It feeds you. Information can be power. Okay? There's knowledge, and then there's wisdom. Learning how to apply the information. When your body consumes food, it becomes wise. It knows how to apply that food to create energy. That's the wisdom, the energy. From the food, the knowledge. That knowledge becomes energy. And so that knowledge that you learn creates wisdom for you that you have for the rest of your life. And that's why this information is so important, because it is information, which means it is food, which means it turns to energy for you. All kinds of energy. It helps you to produce money, power, and women in your life, which gives you more life. What can you say? You want to enjoy financial freedom? Listen to this program. It's a great starter program. The information is so simple yet so powerful, it's not funny. First of all, live rich. Take a little bit of money and save that money for life and don't go into it. What this does, it allows you to have more cash free. You have money saved and you have more money free. Because what people do, the mistake they make, is they take large sums of money and save large sums of money. And then they go in later and take all the money out when something happens where they need the money. If you save small amounts of money, yes, that will grow to large amounts of money, but you won't go in it. You won't wipe it out. You'll keep it. And you can take care of things that come up without going in it because you have more money free already. It's a genius thing to do. It's a little trick that most people don't know. People want to save money, so they save small amounts, large amounts, medium amounts, when you need to just save small amounts. This helps you become financially free. Have plenty of money to spend. Don't spend it though, unless you need to. Remember, all you spend money on is yourself. You spend money on food because you're investing that money in you. And you spend money on things that build you up, like these information programs, because you're spending money on yourself. You're feeding yourself with information, just like you're feeding yourself with food. You have this information for the rest of your life. Remember, I'm saying a lot of the same things over and over again until you get it. Keep watching this program. Keep listening to this program over and over again, because it's not going to seep in exactly right away how important this information is. You already have money, likely. $22, $100, $1,000, $500, $50. You're rich already. How much money do you have to have before you're rich? You're rich when you decide that you're rich. Then you go from there and you start to control your money. You control your money and you make yourself richer. You don't have to be a multimillionaire before you think you're rich. You don't have to be a multimillionaire before you know you're rich. You're rich right away. Do you have any sources of income at all? Then you're rich. Live rich. Live free. Now, here are some things to think about. When you realize that you are rich, you need to protect your money. Don't tell people where your money is. Hide your money. Put your money in different vehicles. That's right, be at multiple banks. Have a few banks that you go to just to put money in, and you leave that money there. Small amounts, not large amounts, but small amounts. And you have nothing to do with those banks. You don't tell anybody that you go to those banks, and that's how you start it, by spreading your money apart in safe places. Okay? You want to start spreading your money in safe places that nobody else knows about. It seems like a simple thing, but it will create abundance in your life, and it will give you a sense of power. It will give you a sense of power to have small amounts of money. It will give you a sense of power to have small amounts of money in different banks. Different savings accounts. So you know that you have money and you don't go to those banks. Have money in different banks. This is where it starts. You're eventually going to build vehicles where you are the beneficiary of your money, but you don't hold responsibility for your money. You cannot be liable for your money. You can benefit from it, however. You want to get to that point. The reason this is so important is because once you start building wealth, see, you don't know people's personal business. You don't know what they've gone through. This happens to everybody. Once you really get in that stream of wealth, once you start to personify wealth, then people are going to come and attack you. They're going to take it away. People gain wealth and they get it taken away the same day. That fast. Once you start to live wealthy, people are going to come out the woodworks to take away your wealth. And there are some pretty insidious things people can do that you think they can't do. And they can. And they will. And you'll say, wow, that's clever. That's messed up. They will take your money. Getting wealthy is the easy part. Staying wealthy is the hard part. Remember that. Getting wealthy is the easy part. Staying wealthy is the hard part. Remember that. Getting wealthy is the easy part. Staying wealthy is the hard part. Remember that. You will be able to gain wealth. I am reasonably sure. But will you be able to keep your wealth? That is the question. Now, put money in multiple banks and keep those banks to yourself. Those are not your main banks. You do not tell people that you're in those banks. You do not tell people that you have money. That is where you start. You can also hide money in your house, in your apartment. I don't necessarily advise you to do that because fires can start in your house or your apartment and burn your money away. Things can happen. But there are vehicles that you can create, which I talk specifically about in more advanced programs on what you can do to save and protect your money. However, what I'm doing is giving you a base, a foundation to create a strong, wealthy life from. From this foundation, you will be able to live a strong, wealthy life, living wealthy in this weird world that we live in. It is a weird world. It's a dangerous world. And it's a world where you have to be ready for anything. So, you are building a foundation for greatness. Remember that. In more advanced programs, I go into specifics about things that I've talked about in this program. So, if you're interested in building wealth for real, I suggest you invest in more sophisticated programs that give you more specific answers for your success. Now let's get into it. What exactly can you do to make yourself wealthy? You can learn to save small amounts of money and invest larger amounts of money. Invest the larger amounts of money in yourself. You have to make a conscious understanding, a conscious effort to invest your free money into yourself. Money that you have freely to use, you invest it in yourself. When you buy food, you are investing money in yourself. That money goes into you and it gives you energy. Save small amounts of money. I'm saying the same things over and over again because you have to understand how genius they are. See, if you do these things, you will gain amazing results. All you have to do is implement. Do it. Do you hear me? What are you going to do? You're going to start saving small amounts of money. You're going to start investing your larger amounts of money in yourself. Because you grow. You want to invest your money in things that grow and increase your income. When you increase your income, you can increase your savings. And you can also increase your investments within yourself. It's a beast that never ends, that you keep feeding over and over and over again.
And this is how dookie do. This is the dookie of it. And you take the dookie to and fro, and that's the dookie of it. And this is how you do it. If it is dookie and it smells like dookie, then that's the dookie of it. And that's the dookiness. The dookiness is the dookiness of it. And that's what you get when you've got some dookie.
Now, the reason you're saving small amounts of money and keeping large amounts of money to yourself ready to spend is because you're going to spend the large amounts of money on investing in yourself. The large amounts of money you invest in yourself, and you invest in creating greater income. The more income you create for yourself, the more money you can invest in yourself and the more money you can save. Save small amounts of money frequently. It will grow. It will get big. But that's the whole point. You want to do something that's consistent, that works. That's why you save small amounts of money. And you use the larger amounts of money to strengthen yourself, to strengthen your wallet, to strengthen your income, to create other streams of income. You don't want to go into your savings and take money out to strengthen your income. You want to already have that money on you. So that's why you save small amounts of money frequently. It will grow to large amounts of money, but you'll be able to keep that money there because you only put in small amounts of money, and you'll be able to use the money you have available to create your larger streams of income and to create your larger life period. All income is big income. All money is big money. All savings is big savings. Small amounts of money saved are big, huge amounts of money saved. What I'm saying is real simple. This is really simple stuff. This is a free program, and I'm making it really simple. But it's powerful. You have to try it first before you knock it. These are concepts. Small amounts of money are big amounts of money. Say it to yourself. Small amounts of money are big amounts of money. Any income is huge income. Any income that's huge returns. You have to understand this. You have to change the way you look at your finances. You think you're struggling compared to who? What this program teaches you is that you're already rich. How many millionaires are trying to become billionaires? Are billionaires poor compared to trillionaires? Perhaps. But are millionaires poor? Are billionaires poor? They are considered rich. If you don't know this, there are people at McDonald's, working at McDonald's, living wealthy as far as they are concerned. This is simple stuff, but you have to start somewhere. So start here. Start somewhere. It's a free program. What did you expect? This is what you're getting. Free information that'll change your life. Appreciate it. Financially, you're stricken with genius if you watch this video. This program will enlighten you in a lot of ways. See, I have to assume that whoever's watching this program knows nothing about money, or does. Either way, people have bad habits. This program is going to get you. What it does is it gets you to change your habits. Simple habits. You're creating a new foundation. The foundation changes your results. With your results, you'll start to realize that you're a wealthy person and you'll live a wealthy life. It's really simple. Don't do anything but consistency. You want consistency. So, saving too much money will kill your consistency. If you save too much money, high amounts of money, you're going to kill that consistency and go into that savings and spend that money. That's because saving money doesn't make you wealthy. What makes you wealthy is creating new sources of income over and over and over again, and investing that income in yourself. The trick here is understanding that saving money doesn't make you wealthy. You save money from your existing and new income streams, and you save a small amount, and that becomes a large amount. But you're able to keep that large amount because you use the larger amounts that you did not save to get stuff done. It's real simple. It's a real simple structure that's unbeatable. It's super strong. It's a great foundation. Remember this if you remember nothing else from this program. Saving doesn't make you wealthy. Creating new income streams does. Any income is a huge return. Remember that. This is a free program. This is a free program. So the information in this program is limited. However, the information in this program is potent. It works. Definitely, it works. So, what have you learned? If you've learned nothing else, stop saving your money. Prove to yourself that you're actually wealthy by creating new income streams. It may be difficult at first, but looking to find a way to do it will open up new doors for you. This is exactly what you need to understand from this program, that saving doesn't make you rich. It makes you poor. Saving gets you to spend all your money. Saving gets you to restrict your spending, to restrict your funds. You want to save small amounts of money only. I cannot say it too many times. Yes, I can. I might say it. You might actually learn something. Maybe I should stop saying it. Listen, if you learn anything from this program, what you need to learn is saving money doesn't make you rich. What makes you rich? Creating new income streams. Right, if you're really tough, if you're really strong, why don't you figure out a way to do that and create new income streams for yourself? How about them apples? So, women. Look at women as potential scam artists. Women are interested in your funds. Here's why. They want your money. Okay? If you meet a woman who does not want your money, she is rare. That's great. Keep her then. Women want your money. They want to transfer your funds to themselves.